friends, welcome to day 7. We are at the halfway point of our 14-day challenge. I'm so glad that you have joined me on this journey, that you're sticking with it, that you're honoring the commitment you've made to yourself, to your body, to your mind, to be here and to be present through these practices. So thank you so much. Today, we're going to take kind of a different approach to our body and brain health, and we are going to focus on sleep. So this is a bedtime yoga routine. If you press play in the video in the middle of the day, that's totally okay. You can do this practice now and relax your body, allow it to rejuvenate you for the rest of your day, or press pause and come back to this video later this evening when you're ready for bed. So real quick, I just want to talk about some of the benefits of sleep and really how important it is for our health in general. So having good sleep is linked to improved immune function. It decreases inflammation in our bodies. It helps regulate pain. It's linked to improved cognitive function, learning and memory. And it also helps us with balance. So on the flip side, when we don't get enough sleep, we are more likely to fall. We have higher risks for diabetes and cardiovascular disease, obesity, as well as Alzheimer's, which of course we're focusing on through the LEAP program. So I would really invite you to reflect on the type of sleep that you are getting. Hopefully it refuels you for the next day, but if it's not, or if you think that it could be doing better, I would really invite you to develop a good sleep hygiene routine. And hopefully this yoga practice or something similar to it can be part of that. So my favorite part of my bedtime routine is making a cup of lavender tea. So if you haven't tried that, I would invite you to. Some other really good practices would be to make sure that your sleeping space is dark, that it's quiet, that it's maybe a little bit on the chilly side. That tends to facilitate or contribute to a better night's sleep. And of course, setting aside enough time for your body to really get good sleep so it doesn't feel rushed or so you don't wake up tired. So without further ado, let's hop right in. You can do this practice, I would invite you to do it in your pajamas or super comfy clothes so that you really feel relaxed in that way. And then you can either do it on a yoga mat, or you could do it, of course, just on the floor, or you should be able to do these poses in bed as well. If you do them in bed, I would just make sure you're on top of the covers to start, so that we can really do some of these poses right. So let's get started. Let's all meet together in a nice seated position. If that is legs crossed for you, that's great. You can sit on a pillow or a block if that helps with your hips. So just find something that feels good for you. In this seated position, maybe close your eyes if you feel ready. And really focus on elongating through your back and allowing the breath to lift you. Bring some awareness to your breath. If your mind is spinning and that's hard, it's okay. Just gently refocus. Perhaps use your hand to help guide that awareness to your breath. So bring a hand to your belly. Feel it expand as you inhale and fall as you exhale. Try to deepen your breath. Get a good belly breath, as well as elongating that exhale. So breath is an amazing tool that we can use to check in with ourselves, really ground and relax. Awesome. Let's kick the legs out front, long. Take a big inhale together, and on the exhale, dive forward, reach toward your toes. Allow the hands to rest perhaps on the shins or at the ankles, or if you can reach the toes at the bottom of the feet. Really just allow your lower back to stretch. Draw the shoulders away from your ears and then drop your head, relaxing through the entire upper body. Again, keep awareness in your breath, allowing it to create space in your body. Your next exhale, see if you can sink a little lower. The whole time paying attention to what your body is telling you. Perhaps feel that stretch in your hips and your lower back. Just note any sensations that are happening. And if this pose doesn't feel good, that's okay. You don't have to do it. This is all about listening to your body and finding what works for you. Let's allow our next inhale to lift us back up. And we're all going to meet in a lying down position. And we're going to stay there for the rest of the practice. So go ahead, scoot your bum forward on your mat if you need to. Let's lay back. You can put a pillow underneath your head if that's comfortable. You could also put a pillow under your hips, whatever you need for this practice. So next we're going to do a nice stretch for the lower body. So I'd invite you to lift your left leg up in the air. If you need to tuck your tailbone, do so. We want a nice 90-degree bend in this leg. We'll lift our right leg up and rest the right ankle over the left knee. Thread your hands through this hole here. And if it feels good, pull that left thigh towards your chest and get a nice good stretch on your right leg. If you're not feeling a stretch and you want to, you can always push gently on your right knee to facilitate more of a stretch. But again, this practice is all about being gentle with our bodies, with our breaths. So don't force anything that doesn't feel good. On an exhale, relax, and we're going to switch. Drawing the right leg toward our chest and feeling a stretch in the left leg. Send energy to your feet. Notice how they feel. Perhaps flex them, point your toes. Experiment. All the while noting your breath, allowing it to guide your movements, relax your mind. Beautiful. Gently release your legs to the ground. The next pose that we're going to do, you have some options. The kind of traditional way of doing this pose is putting your legs up on a wall. So if you have a wall nearby, maybe you can flip around in bed so that your legs can be up on the wall. Maybe pull a chair underneath your legs and put them in an angle. But whatever you do, try to get your legs up off of the ground. Maybe it's on a pillow. This is a really restorative pose, especially if you've been on your feet all day. The closer you are to the wall, the deeper of a stretch you're going to get. So, wherever you are, gently find your way to a wall, to a chair, get close to it, and then send your legs up long. Again, send energy to your feet, send energy all the way through your hands, to your mind. Rest the arms wherever it's comfortable, Perhaps it's on the belly to feel the breath. Or perhaps it's to your side, above your head. A nice stretch in the upper body. Again, try to deepen your breath. Extend the exhale. If you're struggling to focus on your breath, maybe having your hands on your belly would help. Or count your breaths. You could also time your breaths out, perhaps do a count of 4 to inhale. Hold your breath for 4 counts. And then take 4 or 5 counts to exhale. Beautiful. Alright, wherever you are, let's find our way into corpse pose. So this pose, you are laying on the ground or on your bed, feeling fully supported by whatever surface is beneath you. Really tuck your shoulders underneath, tuck your tailbone. Allow your arms to lay at your sides, palms up. This is our last pose of the evening. Really cultivating that awareness. The final time, breath in the body. Note if you're still holding any tension, perhaps in your face, or in your shoulders. Gently invite yourself to relax wherever that tension may be. Allow this breath to carry you to sleep. Cover up, get cozy, and I wish you all a good night's sleep. We'll meet back tomorrow for day 8 of our practice. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you sleep well. Good night, everybody.